Good morning all, bright and early, just finishing my walk. Haven't done many lives this week for one reason or another, but I was doing some research yesterday with regards to red light therapy or photobiomodulation in general, and blood glucose control, insulin response or insulin sensitivity I should say. And I came across this paper that looked at, can red light alone be enough to what's called translocate a GLUT4 receptor, which is basically a little doorway or a door. Let's say the GLUT4 is like a door that allows glucose from the blood into the cell. And what I wanted to check for someone was a particular wavelength of light, i.e. in this case it was 632.5 nanometers, I think. Whether it was able to have an impact by itself on the translocation of this door, or basically this movement of this door. And what they found was, it was quite remarkable really. They found that the red light was able to, yes, move this door from inside the cell to the cell membrane, so basically like the wall around the cell, and they were able to open this door with light, which is pretty impressive. Now, I couldn't find any large controlled trials in humans for this, but the fact that they found the mechanism, or they discovered the mechanism with which light was able to move that door to the wall and open the door and allow blood glucose into the cell, could be very important for diabetics, pre-diabetics, and for most of us really, because most of us eat, let's say, probably not the best diet. We could all do better with what we eat, let's put it that way. And if we allow our body to get better at opening that door that will allow blood sugar to go into the cells and out of the bloodstream, that will eventually lead to positive things. Now, as I say again, this was I think an in vitro study, so like done in a petri dish. It wasn't done in an actual human, but there are plenty of studies in rodent models, rats and mice, that have shown very similar properties, which I think is brilliant at a time where diabetes rates continue to increase, and I think we'll do even more so at a time when we spend more time indoors, less outdoors, and processed food continues to become cheaper versus unprocessed food, which is a shame, especially given what's going on right now and all those trillions, billions and trillions of dollars that have been put into certain things. They could have put some of that into subsidising exercise, subsidising outdoor activities, subsidising a health plan that involved sleep and daylight, and subsidising organic produce. But nonetheless, this particular study, as I say, in vitro, so in a petri dish, not in a human. So there are a lot of other complex issues that need to happen in order for it to be as effective. But I think, if I remember rightly, it was between 120 and 140% of the control group in as far as how much blood glucose was taken up by the cell was 120, between 120 and 140% of what the control group that didn't have light was able to uptake, which is pretty amazing when you think about it. They're just light. You shine light on the cells, and they were able to open that door and allow more blood sugar from outside into the cell. I mean, that's pretty amazing stuff. It's just light. So there is another reason to have